Hello, everybody. Blue Cat is back. Meow, 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 meow. Um, I love her so much. Um, Today's video, I wanted to try to, or attempt to, provide some kind of understanding inside the mind of a narcissist and how they view the world, how they view everything. Um, with that being said, that's impossible. I'm assuming if you're watching this, you are a quote unquote normal empathetic, caring person that I don't feel like will ever understand narcissism completely just because it's a foreign language to us. But a good way to look at it, when you're getting to the point that you've had enough and you realize that something's terribly wrong, or you're going to contact and you want to maybe um, reach out to them or something. You again, just it's a good thing to keep in mind. Um, And that is the fact that to a narcissist, everything is a zero-sum game. And for you, though those of y'all not familiar with like game theory, zero-sum game is in order for me to gain, I have to take from the opposing team. It's not like soccer where points just keep racking up. For me to gain a point, I have to take your point. Um, that is a zero-sum game. Um, and the key thing to realize here is that the narcissistic person, or even the borderline, maybe both, they view everything as a zero sum game. Whether it be a simple conversation, they're always, well, I mean, on top of all that they're looking to win all the time. So keep that in mind. It's a zero sum game, and they're always looking to win in everything. So even a conversation, while they're having a conversation, or if they're talking to you, they're gearing it, and their aim is to beat you out. And by beating you out, they're taking something from you. Um, and this goes into every facet of everything they do. If you ask a narcissist to, hang out with you one night, go to the bar, they're not going to do it unless they think they can get free drinks, maybe a free ride, or maybe some free attention, or something out of it. They're not going to go to the grocery store unless there's something to be gained. And specifically when you start, actually, if you're in a romantic relationship with these people, that's when it really just gets, you know, just awful. I've had a narcissistic friend that was enough to deal with. Being in a romantic relationship with a narcissist was life draining, soul draining, to say the least. Literally everything was a game, geared for her to win. Every conversation, every sexual act became a game. What she could gain over top of me, how she could get more of it, more out of it than I could. Um, every time she spent the night, it was, what could she get for free? Was I going to provide food or alcohol, or, um, you know, deal with all her drama so she could unload on me? And it's baffling and confusing to think that that literally is everything that they do is viewed that way. How can I win? How can I win? I mean, I can't even fathom going through my whole life, or shit, an hour of my day, even an hour of my day, looking at everything, figuring out how can I gain, how can I gain, how can I win, how can I gain. To me, that's just, I can't begin to imagine. But you won't leave me alone. You have to, and when you see it that way, and if you're still interacting with a narcissistic person, if you just kind of set your focus, or I would say set your filter, to view the world like that. When you're around them, think everything that they do, think, what are they trying to gain? What are they trying to get? How is this going to benefit them? And when you start to do that, you really start to see their personality really unfold, even into like the context of things that they say. You'll really start to see, wow, they said that so that this would happen, or they did this so that this, and this and this, and would they even really be here if I wasn't paying for their dinner? You'll really start to see the reality of how they view the world. And it's scary. It's weird. But I think it's sound advice to put that kind of filter on your point of view when you're around them, if you have to be around them. And also, hopefully, that provides just a very brief, small view into the world that they live in. It's so much more complex than that in many, many ways, but at the same time, it is that simplistic, and that's the scary part is how it's just scary. I'm sorry, I don't even know what to say. It's just scary shit. So do that, and if you do that for, if you're still in contact with this individual, or even if you're reminiscing on what had happened, just look at it and like, well, what were they trying to gain? And you'll really start to see that everything was this doctored game. There was never any, you know, number one, giving to you, because they don't give. That means they lose if they give. Um, but you also see, well, they actually take situations or conversations, and that to you and I would be a normal conversation. We would maybe disagree on something, talk it out, and okay, that's your point of view, that's my point of view. Maybe we'll agree to disagree, or maybe we'll come to a mutual understanding. But with a narcissist, they they manipulate it into a game. So even something, just a trivial little thing, they manipulate in such a way that they can either win or lose, and of course they're going to win at all costs. And that's very telling as to why, if you have a lot of experience with a narcissistic individual, um, you can approach them with the most mundane of things, conversations or whatever, and they'll start to doctor it. And then if you don't fall for it, they have like a rage attack, or they'll give you the silent treatment for like a week. It's because that's what, when they don't win, they flip the fuck out, or either they try to punish you, one or the other. And then with the trying to punish, they're doctoring up a new game so that they can win. Like, ha ha ha, I punished him, I won. Um, it's just really sick shit, man. But keep that in mind, and just always in the back of your head, if you're in contact with a narcissist or thinking about the old stuff, that everything they did, down to whether they cut their fingernails or not, literally everything they did was a game, and they were playing to win.